We all knew as basketball fans that this was going to be a very tough game to watch. The passing of Kobe Bryant and the 8 other victims in that helicopter crash, it shook the world up. And the tribute the LA Lakers had for all 9 lives taken was beautiful yesterday. And so I want to go ahead and, before getting into this video, give our condolences to the families of all the victims involved in that crash. Kobe Bryant, Gianna Bryant, John Altobelli, Carrie Altobelli, Alyssa Altobelli, Christina Mauser, Sarah Chester, Peyton Chester, and Ara Zabayan. It's incredible to see what such an awful tragedy can do in terms of us as human beings. It brought everybody together in ways that I wouldn't have imagined. In the last 5 to 6 days, before this game yesterday, the outpouring of support and love and celebrating the life of Kobe Bryant was just so wonderful to watch. And I really wish the Lakers could have won last night against the Trailblazers. I really wish they could have won. But they lost 127 to 119 on the backs of a very hot Damian Lillard. And 48 points, 9 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals. Just unbelievable night from this guy who channeled his inner Mamba mentality and did everything right. As for our Laker boys, I wish I could say the same, but no, not really. Unfortunately for our guys, it was a turnover fest. I don't know, at one point we should criticize our guys, for their lack of effort in this game, but I get it. There's so much emotional tension and pressure and stress that comes with this territory of losing a loved one, but Jesus, man, the efforts of the third quarter yesterday was abysmal. And it was as frustrating as it was. Like, this was the one game where I thought, man, if we lose, I'm not going to be that mad. I'm just not. And I'll tell you why. Because I have been grieving for 6+ days. Still am. I mean, it still hurts to talk about Kobe Bryant. Having this up and looking at it each and every day just reminds me that, wow, we lost somebody very valuable in this world. And I'm sure the Lakers are feeling it more than anybody else, more than myself as a fan. And I get it. It hurts. But man, I mean, a 6-day break in the midst of mourning, and the lack of effort in that third quarter was just highlighted incredibly because of how well Damian Lillard went off. And in a game where I thought where CJ McCollum wasn't much of a factor, maybe in the beginning, but throughout the last 10-15 minute stretch, he wasn't really much of a factor. The Lakers just blew it. The Lakers absolutely blew this game, and it was embarrassing to lose to a team that is under 500, that isn't in a playoff spot. And it's frustrating. But I will say this. I'm not going to be overly critical today of this game when the Lakers face the Trailblazers. Well, technically last night. Because I know damn well how hard this shit is. I know how hard it is to lose somebody. I know how hard it is to lose somebody of significance in your life, right? And for Kobe to mean that much to everybody, I mean, it's incredible, right? It's incredible that, quote unquote, just an athlete can have this much of an effect. And there's a lot of slanderous, bullshit that's being sprayed around right now by a lot of attention-seeking haters. But the reality is, Kobe Bryant was more than an athlete, and he touched the lives of a lot of people, basketball players, fans, just anybody really, and made them love the game of basketball, made them love hard work, and it's just ironic that we just couldn't get it done on that night. And I know there's a lot of Lakers fans right now that are thinking, oh, the sky is falling. Oh my God, everything is terrible. We lost the game after a week of rest. Calm the fuck down. We got another game today against the Kings in Sacramento. So chill the fuck out. We still have a lot of game left to be played. Lots of games left to be played. Obviously, the trade deadline is next week. There's going to be so many fucking talks throughout the next week or so of what players we need to move, what players we need to get for what. You know what? Quite frankly, other than like maybe even Rondo, I don't even want to say Rondo because there are moments where I know Rondo is going to switch up and just be a machine and be that playoff dominant Rondo that we all know. So at this point, I'm very hesitant to say who we should move and who we shouldn't move. From my eyes, it's always like this. If you can add a player right now that can add value right now without losing anybody else, do it. Make that move. Absolutely make that move. But right now, as of trading, I wouldn't go for it. I just wouldn't. What are you going to do? Get a draft pick and send Kuzma away for what? Derrick Rose? What, Robert Covington? Like, really? We're going to settle for that shit? Like, no, thank you. I'll take a Kyle Kuzma any day. This guy, the guy that you guys are all berating, Kyle Kuzma, 17 points, 15 rebounds. The hustle play on this kid yesterday was unbelievable. And yes, despite the loss, despite my criticism that I've laid out, I saw a lot of positives yesterday with this Lakers squad. Dwight Howard getting the work in. Obviously, AD doing his business. There's potential upside. But right now, within the loss, within that tunnel vision of loss, like all we can see is just the blemishes and the ugliness. But in my eyes, just be patient, man. Just be patient. Trade deadline is next week. I know that. But I'd implore patience with this squad. I think this is a squad, if you could just add a piece and not remove a piece, because from what these guys went through with the death of Kobe Bryant, what these guys went through throughout the entirety of this season up to this point, I don't think you should break that chemistry. I think the chemistry in this particular squad is already so well done. You don't need to fuck around with it. You just don't. But who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? But for the Lakers, we know the Lakers have a game tonight against the Kings. So best of luck to the Lakers. Hopefully we can get a fucking win on the road. So there you go. Rest in peace. Rest in paradise, Kobe Bryant and the 8 other life, Gianna Bryant. I want to say this all again. John Altobelli, Carrie Altobelli, Alyssa Altobelli, Christina Mouser, Sarah Chester, Peyton Chester, and Ara Zabayan. Your lives are in our thoughts as always. And as Lakers Nation, I mean, we love you. You're with us as always. And hopefully the season's for you. Hopefully our Lakers can get our 17th ring. So let's fucking go. So boys and girls, follow me at the Sky Lounge and all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents. Let's go Lakers. Now fuck off.